Before I begin, let me introduce my audience. Corey Adams, Misty Watson, Colby Marchman, Cassie Marchman, and Ruth Watson. Immigration is becoming a more discussed issue in our world today. Have you ever thought about how it affects you or others? Does immigration benefit or harm our country? First, I will discuss some statistics and then I'll discuss the pros and cons of immigration. Deborah Miller, writer of Illegal Immigration, explains, in a single day, more than 4,000 illegal aliens will walk into the busiest gateway into the United States. Legally, 37 million immigrants live in the United States today. Altogether, more than 43.7 million immigrants reside in the U.S. An upside to immigration is that it increases entrepreneurism in our country. Many new immigrants coming into the country create new jobs for self-made businesses. Studies show most immigrants are very intelligent and highly self-trained. They lead the way for new businesses and more job opportunities. Along with jobs, immigrants also stand behind and protect our country. Laura K. Egworth, writer of Immigration, states that more than 60,000 immigrants serve active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces. The second pro is that immigration encourages economic recovery. Most immigrants come into the country only looking for a better life and newer job opportunities. Businesses that are recovering look for hard workers and people to fill jobs. With immigrants, many businesses can work at a greater speed and recover much faster. When the country is failing economically, it affects everyone drastically. Immigrants help the economy by filling and emptying businesses. Full businesses equal more work and altogether help boost the economy all over the U.S. Lastly, immigration lowers crime rate. A study done in Texas showed that immigrants make up less than 6% of their state's population and are 69% less likely to be in prison compared to native citizens. Another study shows that immigrants do not cause a spike in local crime rates, and in the past, native-born citizens have caused more uprise in the crime rates. The most recent numbers show that 1 million Native Americans were incarcerated. 100,000 illegal immigrants were incarcerated, as opposed to 43,000 legal immigrants. If natives were incarcerated at the same speed as legal immigrants, almost 1.5 million fewer adults would be in correction facilities. Although there are several cons, there are also pros that many people feel strongly about. The main issue with immigration is the risk of overpopulation. Most immigrants come to wealthier countries over the poor and underpopulated countries, therefore leaving the already underdeveloped countries poor due to underpopulation and the lack of resources. Michael C. Leamy, writer of Illegal Immigration, states that the two strongest magnets drawing illegal aliens into the U.S. are jobs and family reunion. Many immigrants come to the U.S. to start a better life for themselves and their family. Secondly, a more worrisome con is the chance of new diseases and viruses. Many immigrants are exposed to new sicknesses. An example is smallpox. Different regions are prone to different diseases and then transferred to new regions. Underdeveloped countries don't have the money or resources to create vaccines for viruses and diseases, which leaves the population defenseless against diseases and viruses. A third con is that many illegal immigrants fit into less educated and lower income demographics. When immigrants are more educated and have a higher income, it increases the net economy. Due to the underdeveloped and undereducated countries, the immigrants who migrate are undereducated and fall into the low-income portion of our country. They remain undereducated and continue to add to the low income of the USA. A last and final con is a language barrier. Although some immigrants are fluent in English, some struggle with the change of language. The language barrier is most of an inconvenience when discussing business and important information. In conclusion, we have discussed the pros and cons of immigration. You can now base your opinion on immigration off the facts and information I have provided. There are positive benefits to our country, but also a negative harm that harms us as a country.